haven't been in the coldness in a minute. I haven't even trained in the coldness in a minute. So I feel though this will help me.
The better Gervonta Davis, come out this time. I certainly hope we do.
Gervonta Davis has returned to training camp ahead of his August 16th rematch with Lamont Roach in Las Vegas. Following their controversial draw earlier this year, Davis is intensifying preparations to reassert his dominance in the highly competitive lightweight division. Tank Davis is determined to silence his critics in the upcoming rematch against Lamont Roach. With his legacy at stake, he's pushing himself to the limit in training camp, sharpening his power, speed, and strategy to prove to the world he's still the top fighter.
People keep saying like Lamont dang near beat Tank clean. Basically we seen it yeah, he did Tank that one, but Tank was limping out the ring. Bro, he didn't even get over on Tank for real. Y'all only saying that because Tank took the knee. And when Tank took the knee, it wasn't how Ryan Garcia was when he took the knee once Tank went to his body. It was dang, let me take a knee and get right back up. Can you do that in boxing? No. But y'all can't say that basically that, oh yeah, he won because of the knee. That shows that people just want to see Tank lose, bro. Because y'all betting y'all money on basically Tank losing because of that knee. Yes, it was a good fight. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. Lamont was defending himself he's skilled. But bro, he ain't walk all over Tank. Tank, bro, if y'all go back and watch the highlights, I just watched the highlights last night. Them last couple of rounds, bro, Lamont was balled up. Tank was literally, he was trying, you could tell Tank was dang, I waited too long. So he was trying to throw some stuff to make sure he get that one blow, but it didn't work. So that's why they're doing that rematch so they could start over from scratch round 1 to round 12. We're gonna start over clean and let's see what's going on now. Now y'all want to be saying, oh no, man, I ain't gonna lie. At the end of the day, the first fight is what matters. No, it don't. Tank, look, he willing enough to say, hey, bro, let's do a rematch. Now, if he ain't do a rematch, it's oh yeah, something going on. Nah, hush, hush. Hey, Calvin, step to the side. Let me get somebody else right now. I'm gonna be hush. Let me get back in the gym and put my hat on, and we go at it again. I'm not gonna lie. I'm telling you, this version of Tank, it's gonna be dangerous, bro. If you know about boxing, come on, it is Gervonta Davis, bro. Dude is a beast. You think he finna walk around with that on his resume that he almost got cooked by Lamont Roach? Bruh, if he doing a rematch, he doing it for a reason. He's about to make an example out of him. I'm sorry to tell y'all. And Lamont, you're skilled, but the fact that you keep on trying to just pull that up, that one knee. I beat him because of that one knee. I don't care if he had grease in his eye or not. I whooped him because of that. Bruh, that's how you know he don't got confidence that he's a better fighter than Tank. The fact that he's trying to, because that chance comes once in a lifetime. That's why he's so big on trying to, go back and play the tape.
Jake Paul has confirmed that if Gervonta Davis wins his upcoming rematch against Lamont Roach, they will resume talks for a potential 10-round exhibition bout. Despite the major weight gap, Paul fights at cruiserweight, 195 pounds, and Davis at lightweight, 135 pounds. The matchup remains on the table. The fight was nearly finalized before being postponed due to Davis's controversial draw with Roach. If both Paul and Davis are victorious in their respective upcoming bouts, the long-discussed exhibition could finally take place later this year.
Me and Gervonta were scheduled to fight for sure.
How real or what was to it with you and Tank actually being a thing? Was that something that was talked about?
Yeah, no, it was highly talked about and in negotiations and almost ready to make happen, but he has to do his rematch with Lamont and get that W, and then we'll be able to run it back. But me and Gervonta were scheduled to fight for sure.
Tank Davis is leaving nothing to chance as he prepares for his rematch, teaming up with renowned trainer Kenny Ellis, one of boxing's most respected minds. Known for his discipline and keen attention to detail, Ellis brings a level of structure and intensity that's reshaping Davis's entire training camp. Under Ellis's guidance, Tank is refining his technique, improving his endurance, and eliminating the errors that cost him in the past. Ellis is expected to be in Davis's corner on fight night, ready to make real-time strategic adjustments. This partnership promises a sharper, more focused, and far more dangerous version of Tank Davis.
Ellis is one of the best trainers in boxing, second guy in the corner. Is responsible for a lot of the real tactical decisions and tactical analysis that goes on in Gervonta Davis's corner. So you have Coach Calvin, and Coach Calvin is the head trainer, and you have Coach Kenny, who really specializes on preparing game plans specifically for opponents. So to have him talk about what's going on with Lamont Roach, I thought was interesting and insightful, because what he said was that, one, he's not falling for the okie doke. When Mill City asked him, hey, what do you think about the fact that, that Lamont Roach was seen at a basketball game chugging a beer? And I would have added to the question that you see Lamont Roach out giving a bunch of interviews, doing the interview circuit, right? Kind of being a little bit out of character leading into the rematch.
Reuniting with Coach Calvin Ford brings a powerful energy to Tank Davis's camp. Their relationship runs deeper than boxing, built on years of trust and shared experience. Coach Calvin has been instrumental in shaping Davis's raw talent into a polished champion. Every major victory in Tank's career has had Calvin in his corner, quietly orchestrating success from behind the scenes.
Do you think, and this is what Mill City asked, do you think that is something you guys are taking in consideration in preparation for the fight? And what Kenny Ellis said was, look, man, we're not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We know what Lamont Roach brings to the table, and he says that Lamont Roach is, we're not believing that he's out there drinking or blowing up a bunch of weight and all of that. He says what most people say, hey, we're going to prepare for the best version of Lamont Roach that is going to, that'll come for us. But the way that he saw the fight coming out was he said he sees it like the fight before, a lot of really crisp shots landing. And the fight is going to be similar, but hey, the fight at the same time is going to be very different.
Lamont Roach knows his previous performance, though impressive, won't be enough this time. In recent interviews, he stressed how seriously he's taking the rematch. Acknowledging Tank Davis as a formidable opponent, Roach is preparing for every possible scenario. He's avoiding complacency or overconfidence, approaching this bout with fresh intensity and treating it as an entirely new challenge.
How many rematches have you fought?
0.
What do you have to do to create enough separation where this don't happen again?
Whew, that's a good question. It's going to be based on my training camp. I have to push myself a little harder if that didn't give me the win. And I have room. I definitely have room. I'm not going to lie, I have room.
You believe you fought the best Gervonta, or do you think he got some more gears?
100% full fact. I think he might have some more gears, but I fought the best Gervonta that night. I don't want people to get it misconstrued or whatever the case may be. He's a hell of a fight. Hell of an IQ, great punching power, good speed, and a really good boxing ability. A lot of people underrate that. Don't think because of what I did, y'all think y'all can just go in there and think y'all can have the same night, you know what I'm saying, or do the same thing. He still will go upside your head and crack you, and you know what I'm saying, you might end up on the floor. Everybody not built the same. And that's where people getting messed up. He did a whole lot of things that was good in that fight. A whole lot. And I'm telling you, I wasn't as good of a fighter as he was. That would have been, you know what I'm saying? I would have steamrolled. Don't get that misconstrued. He's still the guy he is. It's just he ran into a guy that's on the same level.
This rematch is about more than just winning. It's about restoring Tank Davis's reputation in the boxing world. The first fight shocked many, as few expected a lesser-known contender like Roach to push a star like Davis to the limit. For Tank, this isn't just another bout, it's a test of identity. Is he still the feared force he once was, or has his dominance faded? The stakes couldn't be higher. A convincing win would silence critics and prove the first fight was just an anomaly.
Lamont Roach, he feels that he won. Like, do you think the best thing going forward, they should just run it back, have a rematch?
Oh, yes. Most definitely. I think a rematch is definitely called for. And I think probably, the sooner the better.
Yeah.
So I would say hey, let's work on a deal to where we could get in there within the next 4 to 5 months.
Yeah, I agree there.
In the first fight, it was evident that Davis wasn't at his best. His defense showed weaknesses, and his stamina faded in the later rounds. Roach capitalized on these flaws, landing shots that broke Tank's rhythm. The rematch now offers Davis a chance to either validate or erase those lingering doubts.
I don't know if Lamont Roach exposed weaknesses of Tank Davis. It very much reminds me of Rolly Romero versus Ryan Garcia. What Roach did, Rolly was doing the same thing. He ended up implementing it better against Ryan Garcia. Tank was having huge issues, and that's the black two sugars. Watch me call that fight. I started laughing. I couldn't believe it because all he was patient with good power. All Roach was patient. He stayed focused. That's why him drinking and partying and shit's messing with me, because he beat him here. He stayed so damn focused, and he knew when Tank was going to punch. He knew when not to punch, and when he countered Tank, he rocked Tank. Tank got rocked at least twice that time.
After the fight, Davis revealed he was battling inner turmoil. Mental exhaustion, emotional strain, and physical fatigue had all impacted his focus. He even hinted at seeking therapy and admitted he had considered stepping away from boxing entirely to regain control of his life.